Voltaire, do you think that it's important as a home seller to know what different home loan options your buyer might be bringing to the table?
I think it's extremely important, one of the most important factors in choosing an offer.
Got it. Well, he sounded very sure on that. And we obviously want to learn about all of them. So who better to teach us than Voltaire Lepe, CEO of Lepe Tendwell Properties, the top agent in Golden Hill, San Diego, and he has 14 years of real estate experience. So during the home selling process, as a seller, what types of loans should you be aware of?
Well, it's important because if you receive an offer, it's very important to determine what type of financing that offer is, okay, for various purposes, to see if they could even buy your home. But the different types of loans out there is, there's VA loans for military families, okay. They require a little bit more items from the seller, more money, and the property condition has to be in better condition. Then you have your FHA loan, which is a very popular loan where the buyer comes in with 3.5% down, compared to the VA, which is 0 down.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. So it's a huge difference. So there may be some negative effects on the seller side. It's a great loan for the buyers, but on the seller side, it might have a little negative effect, right? And then there's conventional financing, which is anywhere between 3, 5, 10, 20, 25% down.
Wow.
Right? So yeah, huge, right? And obviously people with 25% down, they're a little bit stronger than the average FHA buyer because they have, X amount of dollars in the bank, which on a $500,000 purchase, 25%, that's $125,000.
Wow, yeah.
That they're putting down on a home compared to 0 or 3.5% down, right? And then obviously there's cash deals where they don't need any financing. Those are pretty strong. And then lastly, what's been pretty popular right now is government-assisted, down payment-assisted programs.
Okay.
So where the city or the county or the state assists the buyer with a certain down payment. We have 2 in escrow right now where the one is for the city and the other one's for the county, where they're giving them $70,000 as a down payment, right? And there's obviously a lot of hoops to jump through to get that type of money.
Right. That's like, you're not just going to get the free money for that.
Exactly.
Right. So obviously as a home seller, it is important because whatever loan your buyer brings to the table, these things are going to affect you. So besides the actual complexity of the loans, does every home essentially qualify for every type of loan?
No, right? So let's start off with communities such as condos or townhomes where there's an HOA, okay? Not every community could do a VA loan or an FHA loan. Most communities, I want to say about 90% of communities could do conventional financing all day long with 20% down and cash offers, obviously. But I want to say about 70 to 80% of the communities don't qualify for FHA loan, one of the most popular loans out there. So if you're an FHA buyer and you're looking to buy a condo, you probably have to eliminate, 70% of the condos out there. Now, the problem is a lot of buyers don't know that. So if you're a seller, you're selling your home, and you receive, an offer from a buyer, and you accept their offer and you go into escrow, you might find out 3 weeks later that they don't qualify for that loan to buy your home.
Wow.
Right. So that's on the condo side. On the home side, you would think that you could use your VA, FHA, government-assisted financing or conventional on any home, but that's not the case. Okay. The property has to be in good condition overall to qualify for VA, for FHA, for those government programs. Some of the things with the government programs, for example, is they require the home seller to make all the necessary repairs that come out in a home inspection.
Wow.
And the average home inspection comes up with 30 things that's wrong with the property.
Wow.
And from most of them are small, right? But
Easily.
but most sellers don't want to do that. That's extra money, that's extra time. Exactly. If you get a conventional offer on your home, Sydney, usually the property could be, in bad shape,
right,
and they'll still finance it, but it can be like a tear down. Okay. Some tear downs, they just don't qualify for any financing, just cash.
Wow.
Right.
So have you ever had an example where financing has been an issue in the home sale?
Yeah, all the time. And those are some things that we try to see ahead of time. When we first look at the home, before we put on the market and start marketing, we have conversations with the seller, telling them, hey, you should fix these items if you want to qualify for off financing. So I'll give you a small example. One time I sold a home in Chula Vista.
Right.
And I was actually on the buyer side, right? And representing the buyer. And we go into escrow, and the seller was the bank. It was a foreclosure. And everything was okay. The buyer did their inspection, their appraisal actually. And the appraisal for FHA, was an FHA loan, came back and they required 2 things to get done before they could finance the home, right? The first thing is there's a chip paint. They needed sanded down and primered. Okay, like it wasn't even much.
That's
right?
like minor, right?
Yeah, and the second thing is they wanted the seller to cut the lawn because it was overgrown. It was like 2 feet high. And yeah, we're shaking our head like, what's going on?
Going down to the nitty gritty,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's one of those things to where, as a home seller, if you could just imagine, if they're asking, FHA's asking to cut the grass.
Yeah.
Imagine what other things could be, lying around your home that you need to take care of in order to get top dollar.
That's a great example,
Right.
Definitely. So again, always comes down to hiring the right agent that's going to steer you in the right direction. But you guys have heard it yourselves. The home loan options of sellers really do affect you. So be informed and watch this video because we're telling you all about it.
If you're going to sell your home and you want to make sure you choose the right offer, give Lepe Tendwell Properties a phone call for a free, no obligation consultation at your convenience.
Since we know that you love all of these awesome home seller tips, be sure to subscribe to our Lepe Tendwell Properties YouTube channel, like our video, and if you or anybody else that you know is thinking of selling your home in the next few months and you want to make sure that you accept that right offer, comment directly below. One of the Lepe Tendwell agents will be happy to answer any of your questions. And thanks for watching, everyone.